Hi everybody, it's Pam here. I'm just doing a little video on that chair thing that everybody loves. The single leg squat. It's a really good exercise for balance because balance is really part of the exercise. I know some people say I can't do that, I'm too wobbly. But the balance aspect is part of the exercise, and just like any other exercise, the more you do it, the better you'll get at your balance. The reason it is important is it's good for your core activation. Excuse the noise in the background, the kids are around. It's good for your core activation, it's good for your foot biomechanics, and it's good for your mental health as well, as in your brain health. So trying to add in balance work to a lot of your exercises really helps. So the single leg squat, if you've not done it before, is here where you lift one foot off the floor, you slowly come down to sit in your chair, and then you push into that foot and bring it back up. So that is how you want it to be to basically to look sitting down. And we don't want to be coming too far forward. We want to try to be keeping our head, imagine you've got a string pulling your head up towards the ceiling, you're sitting down there and then you're coming back up. The second option you would do to make it a wee bit easier is by placing the other foot on the floor. So you would slowly lower down and then come back up. If you find that that is really too difficult as well, what you could do is either keep the foot raised or just the toes on the floor, sit all the way back down, and then place both feet on the floor and come back up to stand. So there, slowly lowering down, 2 feet down and up to stand, because that lowering phase is what we call the eccentric phase of the muscle, and that is where we're going to build the most strength anyway. So that is the most important role. And then eventually you'll be able to come down and then stand back up. The really important thing to think about is the sole of your foot. So you've got 3 points. You've got the joint under the big toe, the joint under the little toe, and the heel. That forms a little triangle. Try to spread that triangle out onto the floor as much as you can. And then it means that you've got lots of contact, and keep the weight going straight down and up. Because as soon as you start to move off to the side, then you're going to lose it. A lot of the time what we do with our foot is we tend to roll towards the outside edge of the foot, but keeping it in, so keeping the foot nice and strong on the floor, can give you that more solid foundation and base to work through. When you have got longer limbs, you've just got a wee bit further to go, so it's just more the positioning. So you may want to be a wee bit further away from your chair and start with the chair a wee bit higher. So you could, for example, you could build that up a wee bit higher by adding on a couple of cushions, and you're not having to go down as low. And then you would take a cushion away, and then you're getting a wee bit lower, and then eventually you get all the way down. So I know it's a really tough exercise to do. If you have any of the following, then I wouldn't advise doing this exercise. If you have shooting pain coming up through your pelvis here or across the sacrum, so into this little triangle part right into the middle of the pelvis, I wouldn't advise that. If you're told that your hips go out of place quite often, this can cause a wee bit more of an imbalance, so we would probably advise to stay away from that and make sure you keep one foot in contact with the floor. If you've got pelvic organ prolapse, I would do it with one foot, with both feet on the floor, just with the toes raised. So down and then up, so I wouldn't lift the full foot off of the floor, but start with the easiest one. Start with coming all the way down, both feet down, coming up, and then move on to this one where it's just the toes in contact with the floor, and then gradually start to go to that one. It is very difficult. It works all the muscles around the thighs, works really strong into the glutes, works your balance, so your core, and it gets your brain function as well. I hope that's helpful. Let me know if it is, and yeah, keep trying it, keep practicing, and you'll get better at it. See you soon. Bye.